Hello YouTube. Hello world. I just got finished watching a few things about the inflation and I knew it was bad, but I didn't know it was this bad. I'm sure you all heard of the Hollywood strikes right now. The writers are on strike. There's actors with their houses on foreclosure. So this inflation and everything is affecting everyone from every socioeconomic background. It's not just affecting people with low paying jobs, but it's affecting everyone. Um, One lady says she's a nurse, and you know nurses, they make decent money. She says she's a nurse, she works overtime, and her husband works full time. He has a decent job. And she said how if she doesn't work overtime, she doesn't know how they're gonna make it. That's scary because most nurses they starting pay is 80,000 a year. So normally with a nurse, and then if she has a man that's working and he's working full time, she said he works overtime too. That's really scary to know that both people working 12-hour shifts, that's not enough to make ends meet. And what do we have to do as a people for it to stop? Like me personally, I live in public housing, I'm fine, but it bothers me that the people around me are not so fine. So because what does that mean for public housing? You know, um, I never say, I'm never the type of person to say, well, that doesn't affect me because it could tomorrow. So it's just as a society right now, it's just scary. We tell our kids go to college, we finish college. I graduated last year. When it's my son's turn, he's going to school for engineering. No ifs, ands, or buts. Or he's going to go to trade school like my cousin, who's an electrician. So he don't have a choice. I'm like, you want to go to college? You're going to go for engineering. You're going to go where the money's at. So, yeah, it's crazy because it's like, it's no reason why a nurse should have, and someone who's married to a person she's overtime, he doing it. It's just scary. And then with the apartments in New York City, you got apartments that's for $2,000, $3,000, and it's way smaller. And I thank God for what I have. I have a 2-bedroom, and it's spacious. It's not big, but it's alright. I have a living room. I have a kitchen. I have a dining space. I have a bathroom. I have a bedroom. My bedroom's kind of small, but it's a bedroom. You know what I'm saying? My bedroom and kitchen and living room is not all in one room. And I'm not paying $2,000. Nowhere near. I'm not even paying $1,000. I'm not even paying. Mine is dirt cheap, and I thank God for it. But I do know the increase of groceries is no joke. So collectively as a society, what can we do to stop this? Because I remember joking when I was younger to a few people, mainly my parents. I'm like, when I get old, I'm gonna get a house in St. Kitts, because I looked it up. To get a house in St. Kitts, y'all, is very cheap, very cheap. St. Kitts in Puerto Rico, cheap. I mean, you could literally live like a king in those places. I don't know about Trinidad. I don't know about any other country, but I know for St. Kitts in Puerto Rico, I could live like a king right now. So, but I think, and I used to joke about that, but that's going to be a reality for me because I have to think about my future. I have to think about when I retire. I have to think about, these are things that I think about. I can't live here in New York City. There's no way. Like, obviously, I don't want to stay in public housing. So what's the other alternative? Move out the damn country. And they talking about all these migrants coming over here. Guess what? I'm going to be a migrant because I'm going to be going, for real. And I think it's going to be a lot of millennials. I think a lot of people, y'all feel what I'm saying. When y'all turn old, y'all going to go back to y'all homelands and where y'all families is from. Because this can't be life. This can't be life. This can't be life. And it's like, my great grandparents are from St. Kitts, and you know, they came over here for a better life, and it was good. You know, my grandmother, you know, and all her sisters and brothers, they, you know, most of them had great careers and they did okay for themselves. My uncle owned property, and unfortunately, when he passed away, his children sold the property. So I don't know why, I don't know the logistics, but that's what's going on a lot. And that's the problem, is people. But then on the flip side of that, how can you keep it in the family when you have this inflation? You know, that's the flip side. It's like, oh, generational wealth, but it's generational debt at this point, because the jobs that they have is not enough to pay the bills, you know. And recently, like, if you live in housing or whatever, your Wi-Fi is now free. So I guess they doing that to help us out, you know. Yeah, but it's crazy. It's crazy, man. This inflation is just, it's really unfortunate. It's really crazy. And it's like, if this is how it is now, how is it going to be 5 years from now, 10 years from now? You know. Those are my thoughts. What do you think? Comment and subscribe. What do y'all think about this inflation? Is it going to get better? Is it going to get worse? And if it gets worse, what does that mean? More crime? More homelessness? What is really the goal of these politicians? First of all, like, what the fuck are they doing? What are they doing? What are they in office for? Like, seriously speaking, you know, I'm like the 100th person talking about this on social media. But seriously, we need to start making a plan, a law that says you cannot raise the rent for people, you know, for people, a law saying you have to pay a person a certain amount. There's no reason that a person with medical insurance should have to pay out of pocket out of any circumstance. My father, because my parents are married, my mom had surgery, so she's entitled to my father's insurance. He told me that his insurance did not cover it all, and he had to take out credit cards. And I help out my father the best I can. But there's no reason that if you have insurance and it's not able to cover completely, and it's other people too, you know, it's like, it should never be like that, where people are struggling just for the mere minimum. You know, it should never be like that. It should never be like that. And those are my thoughts.